Shalom Yashrala, this your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Aki, and pushing this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump into this here article, which says global food prices surge to multi-year highs with more inflation yet to come. All right, from the United Nations. It says after 7 months of consecutive growth, food prices finally reached a 3-year peak for the pandemic year, according to the UN Food Security Agency and the Food and Agriculture Organization. All right. The UN Benchmark Index, which tracks changes in international prices of a basket of food commodities, rose over 2% in December to 107.5 points. The increase was led by the rising prices of vegetable oil, which saw the biggest advance in 8 years, and dairy products, followed by that of meat and cereals. According to the FAO estimates, sugar prices were the only ones to retreat last month, but the sub-index was still up over 1% for 2020 compared to the pre-pandemic year. All right. And what you have to understand is, hey, the Most High is putting in work on all ends. You're not going to know where these things is coming from. Everybody's about to be in straits, or if not already in straits. All right. This ain't necessarily talking about the pandemic and, people getting sick and dying from that, or people losing their jobs and can't afford food. But, hey, the prices of food is actually going up. All right. So if you were able to keep your job or whatever, whatnot, and not get sick, hey, food prices are going up. How much more to the people that wind up losing their job, getting sick, all right, and then still can't afford food, and then also lost their homes, man. All right. Despite a sharp increase at the end of 2020 for the whole year, the UN gauge of food prices averaged 97.9 points, over 3% more than a year ago, and the highest level since 2017. However, last year's results are still far from the crisis seen around a decade ago, when the index reached its historic peak of nearly 132 points. Some of the hikes were driven by higher global import demands induced by concerns over drier and warmer weather conditions, according to the FAO. That's the case for dairy products, for example. However, import quotas and tightened supply among major exporters amid the pandemic also boosted food price inflation. All right. We do at this point see more factors pushing up global food prices, Bloomberg quoted and saying senior economist at FAO, Abazan, food inflation is a reality. While people have lost income, they are, as we speak, going through a tremendous difficult hardship. So not only is the price of food going up, but people's income is going down. All right. It says the analyst earlier said that the sharp rebound in agricultural commodities may become a recipe for unrest in more vulnerable countries. All right. Hey, it don't matter what country you in, man. You could be here in America, man. Look at how, people are being driven mad just over the lockdowns and not being able to go to work. All right. So let's jump into some scriptures here. Got quite a bit to try to touch. This is 2nd Ezra 16, and I'm going to start at verse 17. All right. It says, woe is me. Woe is me. Slack, give me a second. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? All right. So, hey, this is where we're living at now. 2020 should have been a wake-up year to a lot of people, man, whether they want to admit it or not. They've been hit by all kinds of different things: financial woes, losing their jobs, getting evicted. All right, the kids staying at home, domestic disputes between husbands and wives, stress levels going up. All right, food prices going up. All right, unemployment lines wrapped around the building. All right, now they're being forced to either take this here jab or try to get back to work if there are jobs available, because their job may have shut down and not being able to reopen. All right, so then you're going to have a surge of a lot of more people trying to get the last little jobs that there are. All right, but these are all the beginning of sorrows. It says the beginning of famine and great death. All right, so hey, not only is the price of food going up, all right, you also have issues with importing and exporting food. All right, and then you also have people who can't financially even afford food. all right, then people are getting evicted. So what do you know, what do you call it? The food lines and the soup kitchens and things like that. I was watching a video the other day on Dabu about how these things are more and more of these spots are popping up around America, and the lines are wrapped all the way around the damn block, man. All right, and you got people that's rolling up in 2017s, 2018s, 2019s, 2020 cars. All right, people who, was making X amount of dollars in their salary the previous year or whatever, whatnot. These ain't just regular homeless people, man. These were your everyday normal people that was living in their regular society, going on vacation 2 and 3 times a year or whatever, whatnot, These were those people, people who could afford these things, people who never went to a so-called handout line to be able to get any of these types of things, Same type of people who buy designer bags or whatever, whatnot, comparably to those that, go to Goodwill and shop, making these comparisons, because these are the people that were so-called well off, doing better in life, but now they're in these lines for food handouts, food banks, and things like that, man. All right, applying for unemployment and things like that, man. All right, it used to be a saying about people that was on unemployment back in the days. Oh, those are just lazy people who don't want to get jobs or whatever, whatnot. Hey, like I just said, man, you had people who was making, let's say, 6 figures 2019, man. All right, you had people that were, driving Mercedes Benzes and goddamn Hellcats and everything like that, where they was financially straight. But now these same people are in these food lines, man. All right, it says, behold, famine and plagues and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So this is what a lot of people don't realize, man, is they're breaking down and not knowing what to do. They're stuck in this mass confusion and being hit from all different types of sides. A lot of these people aren't realizing this is their so-called, it's like a child, right? And wind up doing something they weren't supposed to do, and their parent pop them on their hand or whatever, whatnot. The reason you're getting popped is to discipline you. But then if you go right back and put your hand right back in the cookie jar, you see what I'm saying? This is where we at right now. People aren't realizing these things, but what are they doing? They doubling down on their wickedness, man. Consulting their witchcrafts and everything like that, man. Being more and more evil and whatever, whatnot. Hey, this is nothing but a disaster, a recipe for disaster, man. All right, you got these people that's going to, let me read this again. It says, but for all these things, they should not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. So this is what you have going on right now, man. People are getting more and more disgruntled or whatever, whatnot. As you just seen the other day, what was going on with the Capitol building and everything like that, man. These people don't realize that all this hell that's coming down upon them is because of how they were living, man. Obviously, Esau and his kingdom, it had a time limit. His expiration date is up. All right. But then also, like the scriptures say, for the violence against thy brother, thou shalt be cut off forever. All right. But nevertheless, these people aren't repenting from the things that they were doing, even though Esau can't repent, but nevertheless, in the sense of like, all right, bro, let me just stop living these types of ways. Let me, Esau can repent in this type of sense of like, what, I was racist and blah, 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 I hate these niggers. And then like, what, I'm sorry, bro, I shouldn't have been doing all that. Not saying that he's not going to get judged for all that, but damn, what are they doing? They doubling down on these types of things, man. All right. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, they shall think themselves in good case. Because why? They was, riding on these mematoriums or whatever, however you say it, where they weren't able to get evicted, getting these stimulus checks or whatever, whatnot. So they were so-called up. Those that was able to get unemployment, they like, hey, we sitting at home and they got this little package. We making more money on unemployment than we was, so on and so forth. But they don't realize that they in this here trap, man. All right, they don't realize, that they're really cutting off their own how do I say, their own future or whatever, whatnot. They're ways that they're able to move. For instance, some guy gets a job fresh out of high school, been working this job for 15 years or whatever, whatnot. Get real good at this here job, but that he don't realize that's his only skill and his only trade. He's only in his only work experience. So if he loses that job after 15 years, all right, like, yo, you pretty much like you fresh walking into the market, man, because you don't have no real experience doing anything. You have the experience at this one job or whatever, whatnot. You thought yourself was in a good case because fresh out of high school, you was lucky enough to get this here good job and you was making decent money. But now that you lost that job, you don't have no prior work experience besides there. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to work any, you don't have any skills to go try to get a job anywhere else. Now you too old to try to go back to school or whatever, whatnot, and start back at the bottom, man. All right. But this is the case that people are in right now. A lot of people right now are thinking that because they can get these government handouts that, hey, everything is going to be good. We finna pop back in 2021. Hey, man, but this is the end all be all, man. All right. As they don't, most of these types of people aren't looking at the news and how things are really going or whatever, whatnot. They don't realize that the food prices is going up, man. All right. But then before they know it, they're like, damn, what happened to, how come I can't afford this and can't afford that? They still think that their jobs are coming back, man. All right. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon the earth, they shall think themselves in a good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right. And that's another thing that's taking hold of this here place is this great confusion. People don't know what the hell is going on. They don't even know how to make their next move. They're just sitting there shell shocked. They're like, you know what? In a normal sense, I could just go get another job somewhere. But really in these jobs, they're not really trying to hire no new people because the business is at a limited capacity. They're not even running their normal hours. They now got to be forced to wear this here mask at work all the damn time. I don't know if I can do this job wearing this here mask. Then if not, I got to go get this here jab. And I don't know about doing all that. I don't know what the hell to do. How am I going to feed my kids? And so on and so forth. I got my bills still coming in. I'm about to get evicted. Where am I going to go? I don't have enough money to relocate and move because I done lost my job. This is what's going on right now, man. Great confusion is coming upon the earth, man. All right. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. All right. And this is what you see coming up right now, man. The so-called pandemic didn't wind up killing off a lot of people in comparison to, the amount of people that, was either A, exposed to it, or B, how they try to say it, possibly exposed to it, because they talking about it's airborne and this and that. Well, damn near everybody on the planet Earth was able to wind up catching it, right? But not too many people was caught off with that. But look, when it's time for these economic turn downs, man, all right, this is how these systems work. You got to take from Peter to pay Paul, man. All right, if you don't have, the restaurant owner and these customers coming in and splurging their money and they're buying food or whatever, whatnot, to be able to reorder more food to stay open, then also to make a little bit more profit, to pay the overhead and pay the bills and everything like that, then also to pay his employees. Those employees need those customers to come in to be able to get their paychecks so they can go pay their landlord so they don't get evicted. The people that's the landlords, they need the employees, their tenants, to be able to go to work so they can pay the landlord, that the landlord can sit there and pay the bank back for the loan for the house, man. All right, this is like a house of cards, man. Once you remove, one of the founding blocks, man, the whole pile is liable to fall, man. All right, and this is the case that everybody is in right now, man. All right. Verse 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. All right. Hey, this is where we're headed to right now, man. The beginning of sorrows, man, and great death. All right. 2 Ezra 15:14. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And we seen this happen, just the other day with the Capitol building being sieged, when the woman wound up getting shot out there. These was all Edomites, man, and these niggas had the nerve to try to put a snapshot of what they call the so-called Black Hebrew Israelite extremists out there, coming out there with clubs, and that's what you should fear. But not all these damn Edomites coming out there and in the damn National Guard. Who was sieging the damn Capitol building, man? Who did Esau have to wind up putting a bullet into, man? It was Edomites fighting Edomites with swords in their damn hands out there, man. All right, that shit looked like the scene out of the Batman movie with Bane out there, man. All right, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men, which was in the headlines of the news yesterday, the other day. It says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You're about to have these people running out here like madmen, man. Real life purge, man. And you got to see a little quick snapshot of that the other day at the Capitol building, man. When they, that reminds me of one of the movies. What is it? Like White House Down or some shit like that, man. All right. Or shit, the movie The Purge. Any of the Purge movies, man. All right. It says, and of course, their actions stand in their power, man. They wanted to go in there and siege the building or whatever, whatnot, man. And then what will wind up happening, man? They had to send out the, troops and more, what do you call it, highway patrol or whatever, whatnot, state troopers or whatever, whatnot, man. But how much more when, this whole situation was over Trump, man. All right, that ain't really stopping nobody from eating. But how much more when these grocery stores start running dry, man? All right. You've seen how the people was fighting over the toilet paper. How much more when there's no more meat on the shelves? How much more when there's no more vegetables or canned goods or whatever, whatnot, man? When the trucks start rolling into the damn city to drop off to the grocery store, you're going to have these same damn mobs out there stopping the truckers, man, and putting their lives in danger to try to go in and rob these damn trucks, man. What do you think the truckers gonna wind up doing, man? This shit ain't even worth it, man. This ain't worth my life. And if anything, there's a scarcity of food. I might as well go ahead and just rob the truck my damn self and hide this shit out somewhere, man. All right. It says, a man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled and the houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. All right. Because like I just said, man, you know, these people are going to take their own so-called actions into their own hands, man, and start running through people's shit, man. All right. And start taking everybody else's food, man, because, hey, once you can't eat, man, people go into survival mode, man. All right. It says, a man should have no pity upon his neighbor. All right. Because why? You know, you used to go to the cookhouse, invite your neighbors over to watch the game, drink a beer, whatever, whatnot, go play golf or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You used to invite your neighbor over for all these different things, but now they're going to become your enemies, man. Because look, you're going to wind up losing your job or something like that, man. All right, or whatever, whatnot. But then you're going to still look out the window and see that this nigga's going to work every damn day, man. You're going to see his wife coming back home in the minivan with the back gate up, unloading all the groceries or whatever, whatnot, while you sitting there looking your wife in her face and your kids in their face, and they trying to sit here and piece together some damn money to go buy some ramen noodles and realizing that shit ain't cutting it. Then what are they going to wind up doing, man? When they notice that the last light go off next door or whatever, whatnot, they're going to start running through their damn house, man, taking their shit, man. All right? It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right, like I just said, man, or like the articles is saying, man, all the news and all the prophecies point to these things, man. If you don't realize by now, you know, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Take balm for her, for she is not healed, you know, roughly paraphrasing. If you can't realize right now that America is through, it's going down the drain, like the apostles used to say, this is, what is it? CTD, circling the drain. This motherfucker is getting sucked down the drain rapidly, man. All right, if you can't realize that, you know, a lot of people are still in there lollygagging or whatever, whatnot, man. All right, still thinking things gonna bounce back. And this is the lies that they're telling themselves. Nah, I'm good, trying to hold face or whatever, whatnot. But their ass is getting destroyed, man. All right, their ass is getting destroyed mentally, physically, and economically, man. All right, these people are out here are going down the drain swiftly, man. All right. Let me go from there to where is it? 40. Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 40 and verse 8. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold upon sinners. And, you know, at the end all be all, you're going to wind up meeting your judgment, man. All right. Death and bloodshed, strife and the sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. All right. And a lot of people would like to walk around when they goddamn pride, like, oh, this shit can't happen to me. I'm going to always be good and this and that. You know, hey, like the Most High say, man, you know, one of these things is an abomination. The goddamn, basically a broke nigga that's proud. Like you put on this facade that it's all good, this and that, and so on and so forth. I don't give a fuck about this. I don't give a fuck. That shit beneath me or whatever, whatnot. And lo and behold, your ass got $6 in your goddamn bank account to try to make it through the rest of the damn week, man. But you sitting out here acting all proud like your shit don't stink or like you ain't really feeling these things, man. But yet and still, behind closed doors, you over here panicking and don't know what the hell to damn do. But then yet and still, you know, hey, there's guidance out there, man. You know, there's things that you could be doing, you know, listening to the men of the Lord. Well, if you're an Israelite, you know what I'm saying? You could be listening to the men of the Lord and getting right with the Most High, man. But a lot of people, they're not going to do these things, man. They're going to continue to curse the Most High, continue to consort their damn demons and everything like that. But ultimately, they're getting destroyed, and they don't realize these are the reasons why they're getting destroyed right now, man. All right? It says death, bloodshed, strife, and sword, and calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sake came the flood. All right? Hey, just like in the times in the days of Noah, man, when Noah was out there preaching like 120 years, telling them to get their shit together and get right because the Most High about to bring this flood and destroy them. What did they do? They laughed and they scoffed, just like how we were on the highways and the byways a couple years ago. And prior to that, telling these people to get right or the Most High was going to destroy, or he was going to destroy this place. Everybody laughed and scoffed, man. Now everybody walking around with their damn heads down, man. You have a small percentage of people still walking around with their damn nose up in the air, all proud as hell, man. But hey, wait for round 2, man. The Most High is about to wring you niggas' necks out here, man. All right, it's about to be a straight, flawless victory out here on you niggas, man. All right, and it's beautiful, man, because why? The Most High sent, he had mercy. You know, the place of repentance was open, but yet they understood not, and they loathed the law of the Most High, man, speaking about our people, man. So guess what? They're going to have to learn after death by pain, man. All right, and the rest of this damn judgment is for the rest of these heathen anyway, man. you know, because of the things that they wind up doing. They wind up touching the apple of the Most High's eyes. So fuck them niggas, man. This is their judgment anyway. But for 2/3 of our people, man, your ass is getting judged right now because you don't want to repent. You don't want to listen to the men of the Lord. You want to still walk hand in hand with these damn heathens and these Edomites and be proud as hell, man. So guess what? Your ass is going to die with the pride. Proud. It says these things were created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. All right. Let me go back one chapter to verse. This is Sirach chapter 39 and verse 25, starting at verse 25. For the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners. So this is one thing you have to understand, man. These judgments are created for the sinners, man. You know, a lot of people like to, you know, dismiss the Most High all the way up until things like this start happening. You have these people walking around all proud as hell their whole life, pretending to be atheists. Fuck them. Well, you know, they like to basically, you know, dismiss the Most High and so on and so forth their whole life and laugh and joke about these things, right? Finally get an old lady or whatever, whatnot. She get pregnant, have a miscarriage, and these same bitch-ass niggas out here, oh, what kind of God would allow a child to die or whatever, whatnot? Bro, you don't realize these things is happening because of the wickedness you got going on in your life, man. Then after your child die or whatever, whatnot, you want to go out there and do more and more wickedness, man. And then more and more bullshit start happening in your ass, and you just keep turning up. Not realizing that, hey, man, you know, and this is the simplest thing, you know, and this is one thing I learned off early in my life, man, because I had that same fucking spirit in me. You know, I was like 18 years old, got my first little credit card and started spending on it, whatever, whatnot, being all reckless and everything like that, not taking accountability or responsibility for my spending and not trying to pay no damn bills, wind up getting an overdraft fee, you know what I'm saying, over some little bullshit or whatever, whatnot, you know, and it was only like $35. And I was like, man, this shit ain't fair. I ain't finna pay that shit or whatever, whatnot, man. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, okay, that's just going to keep accumulating interest or whatever, what. See, you was mad about there's something that was like $1 or so, whatever, whatnot, you know, something less than $35 and turned to $35, and you had that fucking spirit thinking you all big and bad. I don't give a fuck about that. Who cares? Whatever, whatnot, thinking you all big and bad in the shit, right? But lo and behold, those judgments was just adding up. That interest was adding up. Now your credit all fucked up. Can't go buy a new car, even if you got the money or whatever, whatnot. Can't really get jobs because your credit's all fucked up or whatever, whatnot. That $35 and turn to $2,000 to $3,000 worth of debt. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to, eventually you got to dig your way out, man. You want to grow up and become a so-called responsible adult and get better jobs and be able to get loans to buy better cars and, you know, shit like that, and get housing or whatever, whatnot, be considered for an apartment and things like that. Hey, man, now you got to go back and fix those wrongs that you, you know, you make right those wrongs you did in the past, man. All right, that fucking spirit or whatever, whatnot, trying to be all hardcore or whatever, whatnot, ain't gonna get your ass nowhere, man. Now is the time to humble down and acknowledge your transgressions, man, and repent from these things, man. All right. It says for the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for the sinners. The principal thing for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of grapes, oil, and clothing. So beyond, you know, clothing and iron, you know, you can kind of mix iron and fire in there with this as well too. You know, basically everything else is basically dealing with food and nourishment, man. You know, because obviously you need fire, you know, to be able to cook certain things and everything like that. And, you know, you may need some kind of metals or whatever, whatnot, to be able to make your stoves and, you know, your grill tops and everything like that, especially thinking back to the ancient times, you know, how much more in these modern day times, man. All right. So these are the principal things, the necessities for life, man. All right. You got to eat, man. You know what I'm saying? All these things are for the good and to the godly. All right. So to the sinner, they are turned into evil. So, hey, look, man, all these things are good for the godly, man. You know what I'm saying? Being able to get food. Hey, you can take this in the most simplest way, man. You know, you have these people that walk around eating healthy or whatever, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And they get charged up from eating certain foods or whatever, whatnot, living a healthy body, able to exercise or whatever, whatnot, you know, like your vitamins and nutrients and minerals and certain things like that. You know, the wise and the healthy people, they wind up dabbing into that type of stuff, man. But what the wicked and the evil people, what do they wind up doing? Eating hot Cheetos and Doritos and drinking sodas all damn day. You know what I'm saying? And eating all unhealthy, eating at McDonald's and Burger King and shit like that all damn day, Taco Bell and all kind of things like this. And then what wind up happening, man? You look at both of those people's lives and their health, man. You see one person all obese, no neck having ass nigga, all super overweight and whatever, whatnot, still chugging down Mountain Dews and everything like that, over there eating some damn Burger King and McDonald's and stuff like that, man. All right, but then you see the other person that's out there exercising or whatever, whatnot, eating, the proper fruits and vegetables and, healthy, lawful meats or whatever, whatnot, they're in shape and everything like that. They're able to move around and exercise and, maybe play with it, be active with their children and everything like that, work all day and not be tired or whatever, whatnot. But then you have these overweight, obese people that can't even damn near get up out of their damn wheelchair. They so damn big, man. Because why? The same basic things, food and everything, these are the necessities for a man's life. But look, the good is for the good and the evil is for the evil. Verse 28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. All right, let me keep reading a little bit. It says, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and a sword punishing the wicked to their destruction. All right, but the point I wanted to grab was in 29. Fire, hell, famine, and death, all these were created for vengeance. So part of that is what? Famine, man. All right, so look, the food prices is going up. You wind up losing your damn job, or your hours got cut. All right, you lose your house or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But the people in their pride, man, all right, they're going to be stuck out here in these ways or whatever, whatnot, and it's going to come to be your damn destruction, man. All right, I'll pull off one more real quick in the book of Isaiah chapter 60, and I want to say verse 13. It's a lot. Isaiah 65. This is Isaiah 65. Let me start at verse 12. Isaiah 65 and 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to slaughter. This is talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? It says, because when I called, you did not answer, and when I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Because beforehand, it seemed into the eyes of the people that they were living their best life. Everything was all good for them. They was getting money while they was calling us bumalites. Y'all niggas need to get jobs, need to get a life, go get a woman or something, whatever, whatnot. They came up and saying all these different things to us or whatever, whatnot, while they was still dwelling in this here place, living up in this here place. Meanwhile, we departed, for this is not our rest. This place is polluted and is going to destroy us. All right, but now all these different things, 2020 wound up rolling around the damn corner and goddamn hit everybody with a flawless victory. All right, an ultra combo on their ass. And now look at their ass out here, like panicking, struggling, don't know what the hell to damn do. All right, losing their damn minds or whatever, whatnot. Asking, hands up, don't shoot, no justice, no peace. But then running to go vote and to put in the office another one of these damn Edomites over top of them. All right. Then the lockdowns and the shutdowns start happening or whatever, whatnot. They're losing their jobs, housing, can't afford food. All right, now they over here struggling, trying to figure out what to do. But these are the same people that's walking around with that I'm good fucking spirit. I don't need y'all. I don't need this. I'm Miss Independent, whatever, whatnot. You've seen all these people walking around super proud like this, man. All right, and this is a major spirit that was going on around the whole earth, man. Even coming into the brotherhood, this is one thing that the Most High kind of like trained us with, whatever, whatnot, man. You could have been well off financially coming into this here thing, but the Most High will take your job away, man. All right, then, give you a lower level job or whatever, whatnot, lower paying job. Now you have to ask brothers for money or whatever, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And you have to break that pride, all right, to be able to ask for some help, man. All right, but look, that's part of the stepping stones or whatever, whatnot. The Most High put you back on your feet. But then at the end all be all, you have the rest of our damn people, the 2/3 of our people, all right, and then you can lump the rest of these other nations in with them as well, too, man. They got ultra pride in them, man. All right, they're not going to be sitting here looking for a handout or whatever, whatnot. They're like, I'm good, whatever, whatnot. Still put on this here facade, man. All right, they out here walking around like they ain't really in the straits right now, man. Or hell, you got a lot of these women out here selling their damn body on OnlyFans and shit like that, man. All right. It says, therefore I will number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer. So hey, the Most High say, fuck y'all, man. I was out here reaching out to y'all multiple times, but you ain't need our advice. You ain't need our help. You got everything all worked out and everything else like that, man. All right, I got enough money to do this. I make X amount of dollars on my job. I got this amount of money saved up. I got this amount of food stored away. I got this and I got that. Now look at your ass out there, man. All right, but see, you were so used to saying all these things and putting on this here facade for so long and creating this here image of your ass. Now your ass is really in straits, and then because you built up this here facade and this image of your ass, Your pride is gonna be too hurt to ask for some damn money, man. You know, like you see Jake taking them pictures with the damn money stacks up to their ears, of these women with these designer bags or whatever, whatnot. Like, how can you be flossing like that, you know, beforehand? Now all of a sudden you on your little Facebook or Twitter, y'all send out some prayers for me. I done lost my job. I need a little bit of money. I can't feed my kids. Your pride's gonna kill you before anything at that point in time, before you starve to death, man. All right, you be like, damn, man, I was over here flossing these niggas just like a week ago. Now I gotta ask y'all for some money or whatever, whatnot. Now they over here laughing at your ass like, oh, bro, I thought you was straight. What happened? How the fuck you asking me for money? I thought I was just a bum. But yet and still, this is the case where everybody's about to go into, because why? This ain't of man's doings, man. This is of the Most High's doings, man. The Most High is the one that's orchestrating these things, bringing out the judgment on the whole earth, man. You can't escape from the Most High, man. All right? It says, verse 12 again, therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer, and when I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. You know, a lot of our people kept turning up more and more and more and more. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, my servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry. All right. And we was talking about this here, famine and the price of food going up or whatever, whatnot, man. Hey, and just because, you know, it may seem in a certain type of way, we may lose a job or whatever, whatnot. Hey, it may seem like we not going to wind up being fed, but the Most High will make a way to feed us. All right. He's been showing us multiple different ways of how he can feed us, man. Not even in a more traditional way. Think back to leaving up out of Egypt, man. He rained manna from heaven for us to feed us, man. All right, brought an abundance of quail for us to wind up eating, man. All right, but nevertheless, you know, you have to understand that the fact of the matter is, hey, man, you know, the Most High servants are going to wind up eating. Why? Because he said so, man. All right, who's the one bringing these things down upon the earth, man? It's him. It's the Most High that's bringing these things down on the earth, man. So how can you escape the things that the Most High is sending on the earth? You better than him now? All right? So this is what these people don't understand out here, man. All their money and all their pride and all these different things ain't able to save them, man. When you got these damn celebrities and these millionaires asking for PPE loans and handouts and some type of donations or whatever, whatnot, you know, opening up OnlyFans, these people have way more money than you. So where's the room for your asset, man? All right. It says, verse 13, therefore thus saith Yahweh power, behold, my servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but you shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. So, hey, the Most High is going to provide for us the things that we need, food, water, and shelter, and raiment, all right? But then verse 14 says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, and you shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit, man. And behind closed doors, all right, you have 2/3 of our people. All right, that's all we really worried about. We're not really dealing with these Edomites. Edomites going through it too in these other nations. But 2/3 of our people behind closed doors, after they stop putting up their little, you know, this is what happens. They'll go on Facebook, Instagram, or Snapchat, or Twitter, and post up a little video of them stunting or whatever, whatnot, with the little same little stack of money that they got or whatever. You know, they might have got their little stimulus check and they gonna sit there and floss that on the internet. Oh, fuck you, broke niggas, this and that, just to go post up for the gram or whatever, whatnot. As soon as they shut their little live feed off, they over there in the corner sitting there shaking and rocking, looking in their damn pantry at the couple crumbs in there, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, whatnot, man. They ain't got shit. They ain't got no food in there or whatever, whatnot. Can't afford this, can't afford that. Don't know what's going to be coming around the corner or whatever, whatnot, man. They're in straits right now trying to figure out what they're going to do, the next move that they're going to make, man. This is why you have a lot of domestic disputes and breakups and things like this happening, because they don't know how they're going to wind up faring out here with these the economic downturn, man. All right, but what? The men of the Lord, we out here rejoicing. Call hello, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Man, 2020 was our best year, man. We seen the Most High working miraculous work upon these damn heathen, man. Destroying these people, bringing their pride down to a halt and stop, man. Stopping this, not only this economy, but a global economy, man. Shutting up Esau and his pride and everything like that, man. All these different things the Most High have been doing and showing and magnifying the men of the Lord that's out on the highways and the byways, have been out here laboring and making their bodies living sacrifices and serving him and everything like that in truth and sincerity. But what's up with the rest of you niggas out here, man? Why y'all all out here crying and bitch? What's wrong, man? Ain't shit wrong. 2020 was the best year, man. Now it's 2020. We waiting on 2020, man. We want to see what the Most High gonna bring now. We all smiling and laughing and joyous or whatever, whatnot. And these niggas out here, you know, they looking for, you know, they was looking forward for 2021 to come in and things to get better, but it ain't gonna get better, man. The first time, once the stench of 2021 actually start hitting their damn nose, they're gonna realize, oh fuck, their stomach's gonna start turning. I'm about to be sick again, man. Hey, but we like, yo, bring this shit on, man. While they over here sad, crying, and taking drugs and alcohol and committing suicide, We over here rejoicing, man. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for bringing this here judgment on these people, man. But they out here howling for vexation of spirit right now. Don't know what the fuck they finna do, man. All right. Verse 14, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but you shall cry for sorrow of heart and shall howl for vexation of spirit, man. All right. And that's where we at right now, man. And it's only going to get worse. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, the elect was edified with this here lesson. Until next time, I say, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that were well. And citation and much love for you, Aki, pushing this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Till next time, I say, stay strong. Shalom.